Welcome back to Factorio Space Age. In theory, finishing up with all of our science here on this mess of a planet. Assuming we get everything working here, and it keeps going. Egg check. Looks like everything's fine. Fine and fine. Second eggs check on this side. Definitely going. It does look to be that the eggs are the limiting factor currently. Look at all this bioflux that's not being doing anything. Well, that just means we could do more with it. Okay. We get out the recipe book here. Switch to one that has the egg producers in it. I think we have that. Yeah, here it is. Just need to place this here and get rid of the parts that we don't actually need. We got all this extra bioflux right over here. We can move over here to turn into the nutrients for this. It's a thought. Place that. We need more bioreactors, don't we? About chamber. What are we missing? There's a whole bunch of stuff. That's what we're missing. Oh boy. We need these pieces. We do need those pieces though. Just getting stuff from here. It's getting stuff from here. Okay. Something out here. Let's place that somewhere else. What are we missing? Various things. 5 of those. We need some underground pipes. We need a biochamber, and we need regular pipes. And underground belts. We'll grab some of our convenient gears for making more underground belts. Right. We need a couple eggs just for that purposes. I guess we don't actually need this one, so go away. Okay. Things need power. Things need nutrients. This guy is making that because it's not being made. I mean, technically we can just have this bioflux brought down to this box. Actually, this is kind of unnecessary. This is the nutrients box to give itself nutrients. This whole system. So we need here now is a way to get that's in the way. We need to get stuff from here to here. Missing undergrounds again. Definitely could make a whole setup that actually makes undergrounds and stuff. That'd be a good idea. Alright. And then move that. Give this power to here. It only go underground to here. And then we can loop it around to go underground to here. And then that can go over to here. There we go. Bioflux. And also, all the arms have more things, so that's also nice. Some of these need some nutrients. Here's some nutrients. Here's some nutrients. Here's some nutrients. Nutrients makes nutrients. Let's put into boxes. These all need water. That's also a concern. Water's connected to here-ish. We need more pipes. Alright. We're going to need the appropriate eggs to start cultivating this too. There we go. Water pipe is here. Kind of sort of get that over this way. A little bit of effort. We go up. Just go down. Let's make our lives easier here. Right, water pipe. Go over here. Our water pipe's already over here, too. That's a good spot. Oh. Not quite. And here, here, here. Underground to underground. Something. That. Finish making a Spidertron. Also fun. So there. Here's an egg for you. Egg for you. Egg for you. Getting plenty of nutrients from here. Filling this up. Using them to get more of this. And there they go. So that's going to be making more of the eggs. They're going to end up in this box. They're going to be brought over here to make more science. That's the dream, at least. Should be mostly working. We got definitely plenty of mess Batflex here, too. But these are all in provider chests, so if they rot, they'll be put where they need to be. Okay. Seems to be good. Also, just more nutrient production, too. Which is nice. Okay. So, in theory, we'll be increasing production here. How much are these guys going? They're kind of all going all the time here, aren't they? You got eggs in them. Ready to go. Okay. So what we need is blueprint for the production of all this. Let's just get the bottom part here. Or this is all necessary. Most of this is necessary. Grab all of this. Take out the pieces that we don't need. I mean, the gun turrets are nice, but we don't have more gun turrets currently. We don't need that part. We don't need this part up here. We're gonna need more of the biolabs for this though. Create that blueprint. And this can be placed also close by over here. Unless we got space. We really don't. That's a potential problem. Make the robots fly a little bit further. Fit it in. Let's put it further over this way, it's fine. Robots can fly slightly further. Okay. And this can also go in a provider chest. So those. Make more of the fast inserters. Go grab some eggs to turn them into more of the rabbits. Spidertron. We need nutrients for this, which we'll just grab from the nutrients box. Make those placed. Huh? Need some power for this one. It's gonna make that, it's gonna make that. It's gonna continue making more science. Once these are made. These are attacked a novice, it's fine. It's constantly a threat that's gonna be here. That's another slight concern, is the increased production of spores from all the stuff we're doing. So far it hasn't been much of a problem, but yeah, never know. Alright, make some more provider chests once that's done. These are doing stuff. Doing their best. This one's not accepting any. It's getting all of them. Let's bring them to everywhere. Keep making more. We might need more labs and stuff here too. That's entirely manageable though, of course. Okay. That goes there, that goes there. We need to keep just making more stuff. We need more, just everything, all the time. Undergrounds. We just need more bits here too. We store away some things we don't really specifically need on us, like stone and wood. Extra bits of these, stone bricks, a wire. Nutrients about to be destroyed. Okay. Let's grab just regular resources up here. Iron. Or copper. Or steel. Steel box is looking good. That's something. How goes all the ore guys? They're going. So filling. Stuff's being made mostly into here. So let's still grab more iron for just the iron boxes here. How goes the science? Is it increased significantly? Maybe a little bit. Doesn't look like it's currently filling up the entire production here. So, the lab quantity seems to be doing just fine. In theory. Let's go make sure all the eggs are working. We have no protection against these eggs, which is a slight problem. What would it take to make a whole pile of additional laser turrets here? Also have the Spidertron, which is the raw fish, portable fusion reactors, exoskeletons, radars, and rocket turrets. Which is just a whole pile of things and 20 of the fiber mesh here. Carbon fiber. I already put that up on the space platform. There it is. Enough to get started, at least. How many space science we made up here? 12,000? Not bad. Not like we're currently moving anything else anywhere specific, so that'll work for now. Okay. Robots. They're going. It might be 99 not doing things. Number of available robots. Yeah. So we could have like twice as many robots going. How's that doing for power, though? We'd probably feel better with a little bit more power. So let's make that happen. Gonna need more iron for that, for sure. Okay. Let's go see how the power area is actually looking here. Okay. Generating. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Consumption. It's doing some. I wonder if we can put more water on this than that. There'll be other spots. We can just get rid of some of these cliffs here. That would also help. There you go. Problem solved. Alright. Let's make a new pump area here. Offshore pump. We got no stone for this, so I guess that's actually something. 10 more. Grab just a handful of stone. Look how the stone is stacking. Look at it go. 5 more. Okay. Offshore pump. Just put it above this one, that'll be fine too. What's needed is more water. It's fine. Okay. And then it is... It's gonna keep this here just for getting to the rocket fuel. That's also okay. Here. Something like that. We're gonna need more just regular pipes. It does like take in all of the regular pipes for stuff. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Make the regular stone furnaces. Then we can make the blueprints here. Another blueprint here. Put that inside the blueprint book. There you go. And biolab research complete. It's also something. Let's down the boilers here. That's a little bit less than we thought we were going to do there. It's only 10 more, so that's only 2. I hear thing. Also, place it correctly would help. We could just increase this even more. There's also an option. Biolabs are uranium biter eggs for refined concrete labs and captured bot rockets. That takes stuff from here too. Construction surface only buildable on novice. Any construction surface requirements for the Spidertrons? Gravity, at least reasonable. Okay. We can put a Spidertron on a rocket. That's something. Biolabs can also be put on rockets. But we need to bring the Bioflux over to Novice to get the eggs and everything. And would research faster, though. That's definitely something. Okay. More stone. 1 more. 10 more. Look it all up. And here. Here. Maybe not here. 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 Keep everything going. And boilers. I was gonna actually hook up the boilers to the actual water here too. Use up all the pipes again. Always uses up all the available pipes. When it makes more new stuff. More boilers here. One positive is that aliens here don't care about pollution, it's just the spores. That's a slightly different situation. That's alright. Let's get this made here. Once we finish making it. And then some pipes. And that'll work. Okay. I should put our power in a much nicer spot here. Look how much power the robots are using. My goodness. They're doing a lot of work, so I'll give them that. Okay. This keeps on bringing more rocket fuel over here for the burning. Rocket fuel, the best. Yes. Right. Egg check. Everything looks to be working fine. We're a little bit lower on jelly nuts. Seems to be doing its best out here. Do we have more of the... You got any jelly nut soil that could increase those last 2 spots? Maybe increase 1 more there. I don't know what the limiting factor is. A bunch of stuff at 100%. This will mostly going as fast as it can here. It's doing its best. And we need the jelly nut soil system to deal with that. What are we doing on jelly? It's kind of fine. What's this box doing? Also kind of fine. Seems to be okay for now. Not currently limiting us. They're using plenty of jelly for stuff. How's the science doing? It has gone to about 110. I mean, it's better than it was before. Things are moving. Just left in the cans here. A little bit. It's definitely getting there, though. Okay. Any more new recipes? Not currently. Alright. One thing I want to do before we get out of here is just at least have things set up to start trying to make the things that they can only be made here. I mean, this This can be made anywhere, but it needs the jelly, so realistically, stack inserters could only really be made here, effectively. Needs processing units, jelly, carbon fiber, and bulk inserters. So we're making the processing units, technically. We're making the jelly for sure. We got the carbon fiber. So just need a guy making bulk inserters here, which is gears, more circuits, and fast inserters. Fast inserters are plates, circuits, and inserters. Inserters are plates, gears, and circuits. Okay. We got the carbon fiber over here. So technically if we could do some kind of something in here, that could technically work. Let's have the iron just coming this way. I'm currently using up enough iron that's kind of working. The copper is more of the situation. How many of these have we made? A good number of processing units. It's nice. And rocket is ready for 2 launches. Yep. We're going to be sending some stack inserters. We might want another launch, technically. How many stack inserters can we shoot up there? 50? Anything worth bothering with? I don't know where I would use stack inserters, but so we're not going to really worry about that. We're just going to make a box full of them. Let's try to make that happen here. We got the carbon fiber here. We got a little bit of iron. Could probably turn off most of the steel production for right now since we kind of have plenty of steel. And that'll make us have more iron available. We're gonna take you. Let's keep making a little bit of steel. I'll be fine. Okay. But this whole system here set up to kind of sort of make electric engine units. So that's also not exactly what we need. In total, it's plates, and then some gears, the electronic circuits. Then we need the plates and electronic circuits again. And then the gears, electronic circuits, and advanced circuits. And the processing units, jelly, and carbon fiber. We just need like one set of stuff just actually doing any of this. We got gears over here too. So, I mean, the gears and the carbon fiber are already here. We bring the plates and electronic circuits over here. There's electronic circuits here. We can make that happen. We could send some of the iron over this way somehow. Let's do a splitter. Send it back this way. We need more undergrounds. So making those. Alright, a couple more undergrounds. Need more stuff right now? Not really. If we send this over to the belt maker, they'll start making us gears here too, so that'll be perfect. Okay. Power that from over there. It's gonna get this down that way. Underground all this stuff. Let's go around. Not the worst idea. A little bit. Things. Out of my way. Some of the iron can go in here. That'll make some gears. The gears will be in here, and the iron's over here. We got the advanced circuits. We got the circuits. We got the carbon fiber. We kind of have the things that we need, ish. Let's have this gear line just go this way. If we were to put something right over here. This can grab electronic circuits, iron, and gears. Does it need to be this compact and messy? Yes. Yes, it does. Inserter producer. There you go. We need the inserters. We go into the fast insert, which is plates, electronic circuits, in these. So I can go here. I can go here. And we'll make another underground. Let's get rid of more of this mess we have on us. Oh, what has died? We've stopped doing the overgrowth soil science for some reason. So, come back in here, research some more stuff. What are you missing? Purple? Are you missing that much purple? We need 1,000 more purple. Really? That's miscalculated. Alright. What else can we do? Productivity module, and cue that. Agricultural. What else are we gonna do? We're doing some health upgrades. Cue that one. And then that one. And that one. Let me get my notes out here. That might have been about everything we're doing. Missed that by 1,000. Mathematical issues. For sure. Okay. Where were we? That doesn't mean we're kind of want to make that here then. Seems like that could be expensive. We're not doing any productivity anything. We can't do these ones down here. We did these, we did that. We're doing a tool belt stuff for 300. It's a 0.3. I think yes. It's really the only thing here that's worth 0.3. We're doing multiple 0.3 things. There's that one. This one's 300. Save that until we know we have enough left for other things. Move this over to here. So we need to make 1,000 purple, looks like. Okay. What would that cost to make that? Also, let's get this continuing to work here. Goes under there. Insert here. We're making fast inserters. This needs the regular inserts here. What do we think? The regular guys off this. If we give those specifically use filter that, yep. And it goes over here like this. I can go in here. Makes fast inserters. Bulk inserters need gears, fast inserters, advanced circuits, electronic circuits. I'm currently really spaced for that right here. Get the gears box over here. Put it's more compact than it needs to be, obviously. I guess we don't technically need this second box of carbon fiber right here. So get rid of this. First box of carbon fiber is enough. Replace that here somewhere. Move the gearbox. Gears, these. It's doing the health. gears, these. Advanced circuits. Advanced circuits are here currently. If we put that in just a requester box, honestly. Might be the easiest, just put in a requester box. And then from here, we'll request for here, just like a handful of advanced circuits. I could put into here. Here and here. Stack inserters. Let's use the processing units and jelly. It's gonna be a requester box over here. Filter this to only take out the spoilage. Then this box requesting like 25 jelly and 25 of those. That needs to be taken out of the box, put into a requester box. Alright. That's going to fill up on that probably. This is missing gears. But you're not taking the gears out of there. Output is full. Okay? Because the output is full. It's working, it's working. Take more, it's gonna get here, it's gonna go there. It's requesting the jelly. Just eventually getting here. It's on the way. How fast does this make? Pretty quick. So we could request more jelly over here, but we don't need to make too much. Anyways. How's everything doing over here? We still have like 1,000 plus of all these. I guess we do have 1,000 plus when you have 1,000 the purple. Alright. Here is the productivity module 3s. They need biter eggs. Yay. Alright. What would it take to make 1,000 of these? Would need 333 times that many. A decent chunk of stuff. Rails, electric furnaces, and productivity modules. Would it be faster to just go and get 1,000 and come back? Are we trying to make the overgrowth soil? Yeah. Even worth the effort? We only need that when we're back here. We'll just remember that we need 1,000 science here. Let's put the... No. We're just not going to worry about it, I think. That'd be the easiest way to deal with this. That'd be the easiest way to deal with this. Okay. Definitely not making a huge number of these. Because the way everything's set up. It's a going though, kinda. Better than it could be. I don't have really a gears box anymore either. It's unfortunate. I always set it up to do that, but since we're going to be leaving here more quickly than previously expected, we should probably be fine. See all these. Health 4. It's doing a solid 140 science per minute now. It's all flowing. What, do we even need all these things in here? All these science? They're gonna rot eventually. As long as the eggs are getting used. The eggs are getting used? Looks like yes. That's good. Okay. Yep, they're all still going. How more does this need? 800. Could start turning things off then. Eventually we're gonna get to where it has enough just on the line here. Probably just turn it off when it's done. It does mean we're going to need a remove the mess at the end of the line kind of idea here. Or whatever. This looks like a underground kind of situation for this. Make this work. Okay. Long-handed inserter. That specifically only takes spoilage. Puts it in a box over here, which is outside of the range of all this, because of course it is. Can I reach down to the other ones with this one? Looks like just barely no. Yeah, whatever. Totally necessary. Very good. Okay. What are robots doing? They're doing. Okay. We're getting more health from this. That's nice. 87, 500, 500. Feels like there is more of some of these than the others. Should be roughly the same amount at the end for the same amount of stuff. The only thing we're researching left is the overgrowth soil. That is the 2,000 mark here. $1,000 should be left, so roughly 570, 570. No more military. And there's like 500 military. Is this doing military? Yeah, it keeps on asking for more. Only 287 of the chemical science here too. Only like 20 of this. Doesn't seem quite right. We might have researched the wrong things. So we definitely don't have an extra, the correct amount for either of these. Odd. The military science is ending. It's going to slowly slow things down at the end of this, I guess. I guess the existence of military science finishing up means we can kind of gauge when we don't need more of the other science here. So this one ending more quickly. All the numbers are a little bit off here, it seems. How many more do you need? Another 200 some? I don't know if that's 200 some of that. These guys have productivity bonuses? They don't. Partial percentages of things. It's kind of weird. Yeah, it's slowing down now. Let's shoot through them. Okay. Do we think there's enough of this to get this finished? There's also a bunch inside. We only need 200 more. There's all these ones that still have a whole bunch in them each. They have like 5 each, so this could be enough. So let's bring up the question, perhaps this is enough agricultural science already. If we make some more, it doesn't actually matter. Since everything that's turning into the eggs is just going to rot anyways. So, use up more resources right now. Inconsequential. Yeah. Science production is dropping as things no longer have everything they need. And this side doesn't even have this side either. Science mix dying. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some percentage. Which is also weird because if this is the utility, the yellow, that was also needed for the soils. We're off by that by 1,000 also. don't think we researched anything different than we expected. It's something, though. We definitely have more military science. There was something else military that we're going to research. Or not. Hard to say. Yeah, this is definitely coming to the end here. I'm definitely go turn off all these. CC requests. CC requests. And cease the production of eggs here. Cease production of eggs, we turn off the grabbers. Pick up the eggs. Go around to all these. Remove the input. Take out the excess. Turn all these into biochambers. Landfill? Okay. Grab some landfill. Technically we had the landfill on us before. That's alright. Got eggs in the box at the end. What needs to come with those? And then is in the box at the end here? Doesn't look like it. Okay. And the third one here, turn off the retrieval. Got the eggs. I really would like to not have them produce things, obviously. These were nutrients. Needs more iron. And we can also do. Okay. Right. So these are all off. It's gonna make nutrients that can go other places, I guess. All the eggs are out of there. All the eggs are out of my inventory. We're making various things here. There's some of this on here. I should grab it. This is full. I guess that's technically a problem there. All these are off with no eggs. No eggs in here. These are off with no eggs. No eggs at the end. No eggs sitting in any of these. Pieces are rotting away. It's fine. Of course, the health didn't actually finish. Oh, it's only this one guy is going still. He's got 5 more military science. Yeah, it's not even close to enough, is it? We need a couple military science, it looks like. Right. Cancel all these. Let me grab some electronic circuits here. Make all of those just to make sure the eggs don't mess up. We got 8 military science back here. Let's put these back in the boxes they go in. I guess a lot of the military science is just stuck in the ones that aren't currently working. Because they don't have the other pieces they need. So they're probably all in here. Just missing a single utility. You finish that. Who else has a utility science? You got 1. You can do 1. You got 2. You can do 1. End part doesn't quite work. We need roughly 30 more military science spread out across the entire thing. It keeps working as long as you keep putting just more and more in. We need to do the coal creation to make the military science. That's technically an option. Or we can just grab out military science and put it in places where the other ones are already at. You can do 4 more. Also need to finish this before the agricultural science breaks down. That's also a system. Chance here, chance here. We have more military science. It does exist. Just need to put it where it can be put to use. So it's 3. Kind of technically more like 2. And this one has 3. The system works when it just keeps going. Otherwise, not so much. So it's 1. This one's 2-ish. This one's 4. There you go. I'll get some more done. It's very silly. It's very silly what's happening right now. I also got some military science. You do. You got one more here. This one has 2. This one has 3. I'm surprised how much this is sort of working. Exact numbers, just add a few hundred, honestly. Just what's one more rocket for making things actually work? How much does this stack up to, like 5? So you need like an extra 5 in each of them times everything. Do 2 more. Okay. 2 cents here. And there we go. So technically there's still a handful of military science just in here. It's definitely doing its best. This box has an additional 157 agriculture science. Okay. On the overgrowth of soil, where does anything at all have any production? Interestingly, none of anything has any, except for these last 3 over here have some production science facts. That's it. It's only this one. Let's use up the rest of that. These bits here. So it's going. It should get, in theory, to exactly 1,000 done. But only in this one spot here. Wild. Okay. So while we're gone, we can keep the rest of this going, I guess. It's eventually going to get bottlenecked by various things, of course. It's still making more stuff. We've got a pile of carbon fiber. Just gonna keep making more until it makes more. This needs nutrients. Keep getting the nutrients until it doesn't anymore. Where do you even get nutrients from? Right here? This is filling up with spoilage, what this is doing. Okay. All the boxes full of spoilage. Remove the spoilage. Definitely do need some spoilage for the carbon part of this thing. Still got plenty though. Keeps on getting more nutrients that end up spoiling. Do we want to keep this going while we leave? Is the next question. Because eventually something's going to become a problem. Things going to get jammed and it's going to stop making stuff. And all it's really trying to make is this box here full of stack inserters. I guess we can manually turn things off later. If we just keep having it go, it's gonna fly around, it's gonna do stuff. Eventually we'll turn off, and or possibly everything explodes. We got boxes full of seeds. I guess that's one potential I want to possibly try to avoid here. The end of seeds scenario. I want. Just make sure everything's gonna work. We want to start by just giving a collection of seeds to each of the farms here. That'd be a good thing to do. Just place on these solar panels again. They're doing their best. Okay. So if we look at our collection of backup seeds, we currently have 20 Yamako and I made jelly nut. Store some more stuff in here. If we want to turn these back on at full force immediately, how many starter seeds would we need? If we look over here, it's basically a 7x7 grid with not quite all of them going. It's like 50 each is more than enough. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 Yamako seeds will get the job done. We just need like 50 of the jelly nut seeds, which we can go get. Okay. And these guys still have 100,000 stone each. That's plenty for whatever it's trying to do over there. Let's grab some jelly nut seeds out here. It's 40, 50 jelly nut seeds. That would set this up for success. Okay. So if we leave this on, it's gonna just keep on making stuff, then being a mess. And eventually, probably just turn it off when the stack inserters are full. Or something else makes it stop. There's a lot of moving and degrading parts here. So, catastrophic failure is entirely within the realm of possibility. Oh no, they're taking the seeds because we put it in the storage box. Okay. That's what the iron box was for. I'll go grab the seeds back again. Could ask the rest to give us the seeds, but it doesn't really matter. I admire your enthusiasm. You're trying to do what I told you to, so I've only myself to blame. Run back over to the other place again. Oh yeah. What else do we want to have set up here? A lot of the stuff that we make with all the stuff here eventually also just needs the biter eggs, which we can't even really do here. So that's a different problem entirely. Okay. I think we might have enough, just all of this stuff to just keep making more things here. Could probably just turn it all off, just for ease of use here. If we set the iron boxes, start making steel. If we set the iron and iron ore boxes, copper ore boxes, all these boxes to go put everything back where I want it to be, in reverse. I'll be fine. So here's some copper. Go in here. Got the iron ore, or the iron plates. Just take out the stuff that isn't the same things in the boxes. That'd be the easiest way to do things. We need more inserters. Okay. We just get the iron plates coming out here. Just going around, doing their best. That'll bring the rest of the supplies where they're going. Except for these ones. And this one here. Let's move the boxes around too, it'd be fine. This can go like this, and then back on here. I'll get that going. If we just move some stuff the easiest way. We should have a whole pile of different stuff in here, don't we? Okay. These and those. Copper can go in here. The copper stuff here. You keep going. You keep getting placed. It's gonna be great. These are more full already. These ones here. It's too close to this to actually just take it out, of course. Instead, let's put some copper. These boxes. Well, these don't have as much copper as the other ones do. Copper ore. A lot of copper ore. You put that here. That'd be fine. Copper ore. Copper plates. Is this iron even going in yet? No. Go. This one's moving, this one's emptying. This is gone. These are going out, these are going out. These are being put back on there, that's perfect. All this copper is drained and back onto the line. Which is great. This ore's going, all this is going. Okay. I think we can turn off, or let these turn off eventually. How much do we even need to make each of these? 55 iron and 32 copper. I guess we do need the jelly to keep working while this goes, so. This will all funnel back into here. Make as much as it can of everything. Main factor is these, because they're low on iron. So all the iron's being taken to make all this. We need the iron to get put on both sides of things here, it looks like. Guess we don't have this hooked up yet, so. And this can go. Around. And of course we are out of undergrounds again, of course, why not? Why would we not be? I'll fix that. Ish. Until all the iron is done. With that much additional iron, like how many we have from the boxes here? 1,000. You should just make 100 plus more of those. Ish. It's gonna flood this. Probably easiest to just turn things off here. If we really want to turn things all the way off, we still need the jelly going, so. I guess I'll just keep going until they become a problem. Oh, this box is becoming a problem. This is only going to take copper bacteria. Copper bacteria have died. Alright. Well. Iron bacteria are still going, I guess. We have as much copper as we're ever going to get. It's fair, it is a good amount of copper. Also takes our processing unit, which is also not accounted for how much copper that's going to take. Eventually this all is going to turn off. Whatever. If we turn all this off, what would happen? It's going to keep on requesting the seeds for a while. And this isn't made. Some. Let's make it fast enough that if we ever want to actually have this go, it could keep going. I think what we're going to do is potentially turn everything off here. Also just to stop the spore cloud, which is also a potential problem. You can stop. And you guys can stop. Maybe the best way to turn these off. Remove the quarterback earners. I'll finish using that. Finish using that. I'll finish using that. We'll make sure there's plenty of space for more spoilage to get placed. Because boy, do we know it's obviously going to be a problem. When all the rest of the stuff here spoils. Because there's no more supplies of anything. Also, the science up here is also going to spoil. But yeah, it should just about accomplish what we're doing here. I should at least clean everything up for when we come back. If we ever want to come back. There's still stuff here that's of use, so. We're requesting so much of the spoilage in other places. This is not going to probably make too much more carbon. It's not going to make too much more carbon fiber. But the box for the carbon fiber is still completely full, so. We're also being limited by the processing units more than anything. So we're making the one guy making processing units. So I'll keep making the processing units and jelly for a little bit here. So we run out of stuff and everything just rots. In total, this was definitely a place. I'm ready to not be here anymore. I mean, we could transfer straight to a different planet. I kind of want to return first. That'd be the best idea. Put this next to the rocket here. Stuff we're leaving. So, we got the extra exoskeleton leg here for running. Got the 2 firing and no those. We also always make more exoskeletons though. A little bit of attacking, a little bit of robots, a little bit of shield. Plenty of running. I don't think we really need to worry about bringing these with us other places. Let's send up our power armor. Deliver that to the space station. Let's deposit everything else we got on us. This is going to immediately give all the processing units over to make more of those. So things are going to keep on moving here for a little bit until everything stops. Put the ammo away. Also can't have that. Okay. Yeah, we didn't quite research the overgrowth soil there. There's infinite health, epic quality, plastic bars, tool belt, which we might have been trying to do. Do we have the science for this? Let me cue it. Is it going? It's doing. What's this take? Might be done in 7 minutes. If everything works. Which currently it is. What does this use? What does this use? Red, green, blue, white, and green. Green, blue, white. Yeah. Tool belt equipment. I mean, we're not gonna really do that, but we've got the option. We should probably stick around, make sure it doesn't make a. Oh, is everything stopping? What are you missing now? What do we need to move around in random orders? It's military science again? It's military science again. Or maybe. It's a lot of equipment. This is red, green, blue, and white. decide we were gonna do this. Green, blue, white. 300. That's this one. Okay. Agriculture. Well, we turned it off too early, apparently. We don't have to do the eggs anymore. Alright, fine. It's not gonna make it. Well, we weren't gonna make those anyways, so. At some point in the future, we need to make 100 more agricultural science. It's also here. It's a problem for later. Okay. Yeah, besides those, we got infinite stuff, epic quality, which we're not currently dealing with either. There's still more to be done here, that's for sure. It's time to leave. It's been a time. Travel to space platform. Alright. I'll keep doing some things for a little bit. For the most part. This was definitely something. Let's get out of here. And rocket our way back to the main base. Figure out what we want to bring in order to start up the next colony. Probably the best idea to just bring everything we need to make the new space station and everything. New rocket launch and everything. Now this. Here we go. Do we have what we need to possibly turn on more of the engines just to go faster? We would need a single underground pipe. Could technically try to do that. I think that's what we're trying to do here at some point. Doesn't really matter. We're getting where we're going. Speaking of getting where we're going, rockets are a little bit full of things of rocks. Let's chuck some rocks into space. We're gonna need all the different kinds of rocks. Item ingredient shortage of these kinds of asteroid bits. We'll let things grab things. Keep going. Ammo is doing perfectly, which is great. Science is less so because it doesn't have any ice. Here comes some ice. We have all those new recipes for stuff up here, which we could technically change things for if we wanted to. Not too worried about it. Also of note, a little bit of lack of power. That's okay. But that's mostly because we're further away and the solar panels don't do as much. But it's a slight problem. At any rate, that is gonna do what it does here. Okay. So yeah. We got one more planet we can just naturally go to here. Still need to research the last planet. We need stuff from all of the planets for that. So we have one more science to make to be able to accomplish that goal. We're doing what we can. We're doing what we can. They're grabbing the chunks. That's great. We have to see if different processing would have a better way to deal with all the rocks we keep getting. Make it so the system actually just keeps working. Because we keep on cramming on more rocks, eventually it becomes a problem. So we kind of keep these rocks. Gotta get rid of mostly these rocks. Could even change what kind of rocks taking off this is, but this is the removing rocks feature, so it's doing what it's meant to do. Grab some rocks, make it work. Full on ice again. Output full. Ingredient shortage. It's working. outputs are full. Yeah. Okay. Almost back. Almost back. But yeah. In general, seem to get to the next planet. Set up a good supply of supplies. Kind of getting an idea of the things that we would want to bring. Drop here. And look at what we got. We got pretty much everything here. So, that's a win. It also drops some of the... or probably just all of the carbon fiber here. Would be an idea. At any rate, we are back. And that can be immediately sending a load of science with us, although we could technically. Could look immediately at what we're going to be researching when we're there. But for the time being, we just need to decide what we're going to do, what we need to bring with us to Fulgora. Next time, goodbye.